Welcome. In this video, will ZBCN coin price experience a sudden explosion? We will analyze it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and please watch to the end to understand. When we examine the chart, it becomes clear that the recent price movements have been progressing within a very healthy structure. The upward trend line we've been closely monitoring for a long time, and that investors are also watching carefully, forms a technically significant structure. This rising trend line represents a strong trend support, where the price has historically found support multiple times, even during downward corrections, managing to stay above it and then regaining upward momentum. At present, the price has once again pulled back toward this trend line and responded very positively, beginning to move upward again. This is yet another key indication that the uptrend remains strong. It wouldn't be wrong to say that trend lines are among the most powerful tools in technical analysis. In particular, rising trend lines provide clear signals about the direction of price movement. The chart we have right now is a textbook example of this scenario. The price has been moving upward at a consistent slope for a long time, and even during intermediate corrections, it has maintained its position without falling below the trend line. This builds investor confidence and signals that the market generally holds a positive outlook. With the most recent contact, the price bounced upward precisely when it touched the trend line. This bounce carries major importance not only from a technical analysis perspective, but also psychologically. When the price reacts upward from a trend line, it confirms that market participants see it as a strong support level. Price reactions at such levels often suggest not just short-term recoveries, but also strengthen the potential for trend continuation. The current price movement fits this pattern perfectly and is giving very positive signals to investors. At this point, it's crucial to emphasize the continuity of the uptrend. As long as the trend remains unbroken, it helps preserve the current upward momentum and opens the door to even higher price levels. In technical analysis, a trend remains valid as long as it holds, and it continues to guide investors accordingly. The price bouncing from this level should not be viewed as a mere short-term rebound. It also indicates that there's strong demand in the market, that buyers are still active, and that these levels are seen as attractive by investors. Such reactions typically occur in areas that have previously shown similar behavior and remind us that historically supportive trend lines are once again playing a role. From a technical standpoint, this is a very positive development that increases the likelihood of the uptrend continuing. At this point, the most important factor investors should watch is whether the price can stay above the trend line. The longer it holds above the trend line, the stronger the trend becomes, and the more seriously it is taken by market participants. Especially in uptrends, upward reactions after each touch of the trend line tend to result in stronger and more decisive moves. The current setup, with the price touching the trend line and then bouncing upward, strengthens this possibility. Additionally, such trend structures are known in technical analysis as dynamic support. Unlike static horizontal supports, these upward sloping trend lines move higher along with the price over time. This means that with each pullback, the price finds support at a higher level, forming higher lows. And higher lows are one of the fundamental indicators of a healthy uptrend from a technical perspective. But of course, we can't rely solely on trend lines for analysis. So let's take a look at some other metrics as well. Stay tuned. When we examine the chart, we can see that price action is approaching a highly critical level. Especially with recent upward momentum, the price has now reached a significant resistance zone. The importance of this level is not only technical, but also psychological. These types of resistance levels are often areas where the price has previously paused, pulled back, or been rejected. At this moment, the price is testing this important resistance point, and although a clear breakout has not yet occurred, the pressure is increasing, and the possibility of a breakout is becoming more likely. Resistance zones are the areas in technical analysis where the struggle between buyers and sellers is most intense. These levels usually bring selling pressure, as many investors prefer to take profits at such points. However, another noteworthy element here is that the price has tested the resistance level multiple times and has reached it with increasing strength each time. This indicates that buyers are still active in the market, remain interested, and continue to push toward a breakout above the resistance. From a technical standpoint, repeated tests tend to weaken a resistance level and pave the way for a potential breakout. The fact that the price is currently facing resistance may have caused a short-term pause, but the long-term technical structure suggests that this situation is temporary and the broader picture remains positive. With each upward move, the price is approaching the previous highs, sometimes even getting very close. This implies that reaching higher highs may now just be a matter of time. If sufficient volume and momentum are achieved, a breakout above the resistance level could very likely trigger a new wave of upward movement. Breaking this resistance level carries significant meaning, not only for short-term price action, but also for technical patterns and indicators. Such breakouts often create a new sense of confidence in the market and make investors more eager to take positions. According to the technical analysis principle of resistance turning into support, if the price breaks above this level, it is likely to act as strong support in the future. This can encourage new buyers and lead to more aggressive positioning. Additionally, the fact that the price is approaching the resistance zone from higher lows each time suggests that the market is still in an uptrend and that this trend continues to gain momentum. Higher lows are one of the clearest and strongest signals of an ongoing uptrend. This structure indicates that market participants are still positioned on the buying side and are determined to push the price higher. Another noteworthy point is that this resistance level is not only a horizontal band, but also a psychological barrier. Because the majority of investors have already identified this level and adjusted their positions accordingly, a breakout above this area would represent not just a technical move, but also a psychological shift. Such a breakout often triggers fast and strong price movements, as many investors are closely watching this level and are ready to open positions the moment a breakout occurs. Resistance breakouts can also trigger various technical patterns in analysis. Especially triangle patterns, flag formations, or double bottoms tend to complete around these levels. And once a breakout occurs, they often initiate strong moves toward their target areas. The current chart structure also supports these possibilities. One of the most notable developments in the RSI indicator is that the falling trend line that has been guiding price movements for a long time has now been broken to the upside. This technical development gives promising signals not only for the indicator, but also for the general direction of the price. This break in the RSI is an important momentum reversal signal that traders carefully follow and take into account when taking positions. First of all, it should be noted that oscillators such as the RSI not only indicate overbought and oversold areas in the market, but also have the potential to foreshadow trend reversals. A break of a trend line on the RSI is a highly significant technical development, especially if that line has been tested several times in the past. In this case, there is a similar pattern. The RSI once again touched the falling trend line, which it has rejected many times in the past, and this time it made an upside breakout on strong volume. After this breakout, the RSI moved above the 50 level, indicating that the market has reached equilibrium in the neutral zone and now has a bullish momentum. Such movements in the RSI usually result in a similarly positive reaction from the price. Yes, friends, I hope you liked the video. If you subscribe to my channel and like the video, more videos will be coming. Be careful in your investments, analyze the risks correctly, and always take strategic steps. I will be with you with different analyses, investment opportunities, and technical information in my videos. I wish you all a lot of profit. See you soon.